What's good, guys? I hope everybody's had a great week. We're getting ready for the weekend. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I was watching, I had a memory pop up on my Facebook, and it was when I was learning how to do mediumship readings, and I was I was watching the documentary on Netflix about the Who Killed Jam Master Jay, right? And as I'm watching it, there was a few people that I kind of wanted to look into. So I wrote down all the names of everybody I wanted to look into surrounding Jam Master Jay's death. But there's 4 in particular. I wanted to look into Randy Allen, Darren Jordan, Ronald Tennard Washington, and Curtis Schoon. So yeah, today that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to look into these people. We're going to look into, we're going to see if Jam Master Jay wants to come through and tell us a little bit of what happened that night. And then we're going to check into the energies between these Jam Master Jay and these 4 individuals. I'll probably do look into the other people if nothing comes out here. Okay, so the first person I wanted to look into was Randy Allen. I wanted to look into Randy Allen. This was his Jam Master Jay's childhood friend. So let me see. Actually, I like to use this Angel Tarot. Sorry, guys. I should have had this one out. I like to use this Angel Tarot when I do these types of readings. Let me make sure I got all the cards. All right. So I'm gonna pull 1 card for Jam Master Jay, and then I'm gonna look into Randy Allen. All right. So let's get started. Hope everybody's had a great week. Let's start. Hopefully we can get a good start to the weekend. Let me find something. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for playing the music. I try not to play too much of it because they always restrict my videos, so I try not just to have background music. All right, let's start. All right, Jam Master Jay, what can you tell us about Randy Allen? A bunch of cards came out, so I'm putting them back. All right, Jam Master Jay, what can you tell us about Randy Allen, your childhood friend, Randy Allen? What can you tell us about Randy Allen? All right. What can Jam Master Jay tell us about Randy Allen? Okay, so the first card we got is the Hera font. This is the second card we got the 7 of Pentacles. And Vision. I'm taking this as contracts. I don't know if there was contracts, they had business together. This could also be, okay, I'm just getting contracts. And then we have 2 of Swords. This is uncertainty. And then we have the Magician. This is the Angel of Magic. Okay. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to? So let's start with Jam Master Jay before we go any further. Okay. And then when I split the deck, we got the Tower and the Wheel Because his death was a huge tower moment for the people surrounding him. You know, he was, I forgot who said it, but it was like he was the godfather. You know, you would make sure that he was taken care of, he was safe. Why? Because he was the one who brought like the work, the money. He's the one who brought everything for the people around him. So we have the Ten of Swords. This is a painful ending, and then the Tower came out. All right. What do you have to say about this contract, the Hierophant and the Seven of Pentacles? What do you have to say about that? We have the Strength card. Oh, man. I don't want to say that, just... What can you say about the Strength? Then we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands talks about communication. Communication about what? We have the Fool. This is taking a chance on a new path. Okay. Because with the Strength card, yesterday, what was it yesterday? Well, when I pulled this card, I never saw my Strength cards are coming through with different meanings in my decks. Like recently, they have been coming through with different meanings. The Strength card, it was like, in this card, for some reason, the two faces are standing out to me. It was like two-faced. Hold on. For Jam Master J, we got the Hierophant and the Seven of Pentacles. This is for me. This is talking about like a contract, a legal contract, right? It could be when it came to work. It says vision on the Seven of Pentacles, so I'm, for the future. Visions are, for the future. So it was a contract surrounding something for the future. But then the Strength came in with the Eight of Wands, talking about communication, needing to have strength to communicate this. With this two-faced, it was like, I'm not taking it as a bad thing, with it, because the Lamb is also standing out to me. This is saying, maybe Jam Master J was afraid of, he was very gentle, but was afraid he was going to come off as being two-faced, because, the other half of her face is a lion, So maybe he was afraid to communicate this. Not afraid, just he didn't want to come off as, oh, you're two-faced, right? That he was going to take make a change like on a new path and a new direction. How was this news received? I mean, the first cards that came out for this deck were the Ten of Swords and the Tower. It was not, this was a painful ending. Whatever he decided to do, it was a painful ending either for him or for we're talking about him and Randy Allen, so, if you know that if there was contracts involved, it could have been really painful, not just for Jam Master J, it could have been for Randy Allen, right? And we have the Tower. What can you tell us about this change in direction? It was a change in direction, and then we have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands can talk about like home. From what I understand, this was a childhood friend. They were friends since childhood, and this brought up the Ace of Swords talks about new conflicts that arise. And then we have the Nine of Swords. This was, it caused a lot of grief for someone. They weren't happy. They weren't happy because it was like they were so used to taking just, you know, money grew on trees for them, right? They were so used to taking, and now they were going to have to grow their own abundance, you know, whatever. Like, it could have been like, I am giving you this much money and you got to make it, you have to make it grow on your own. No more plucking from my tree. You have to grow your own. That's how I'm taking it. So this was surrounding a contract when it came to Gem Master J, okay? Now we're going to look into this uncertainty card, this Two of Swords, all right? What can you tell us about this uncertainty? What can you tell us about this Two of Swords? What is this uncertainty? What is the Two of Swords? Because the Two of Swords, okay, so the Two of Swords, in this deck it says uncertainty. Uncertainty about this, you know, needing, because the Two of Swords also talks about compromise or needing to make a decision, okay? What can you tell us about this Two of Swords? This Two of Swords did cause a lot of grief for him. He was just like, maybe, should I do this? Is this the right decision? But he made that judgment call. He got clarity or something, and he got clarity and he made that decision. And then we got the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is talking about like teamwork, right? Teamwork. But in this deck, she's standing there, and in the other decks, the Three of Wands, there's ships coming in. There's ships in the background. You can see the ships coming in. But in this card, in this Three of Wands, there's nothing coming in. So it was like this teamwork that nothing came in for, nothing was coming of it, and that caused that new conflict to arise within them, right? And that's why this person was like, am I, you know, should I do this? Is this the right choice for me to do this? Because, you know, with the Lovers, this person had a lot of love for this person, you know. This was his childhood friend, you know. The Lovers doesn't talk about a love relationship. It talks about someone that you have a lot of love for. You care very deeply. But, you know, and then here comes the King of Swords. This is a very strategic, very logical, very clear-minded leader. You know, he knows the decisions that he makes don't come from impulse. He's thought this out. You know, even though it brought a lot of grief, but he finally got the clarity with the Judgment, right? He finally got, because this talks about clarity. This also talks about mental clarity. It talks about new conflicts that arise, but both of these cards talk about mental clarity, and paired with, you know, with this King of Swords, you know, he finally got the clarity he needed, even though it caused him a lot of grief to have to make this decision. And to make this decision, it did cause a Tower moment. All right. What else can you tell us? Like, he's saying, like, he's pretty much saying, I really didn't want to have to do this, but I needed to. Yeah, I needed to. I needed this person to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. You know, and that's fair. You know, I always thought, you know, people, you know, I think a lot of people think like that, you know, where I'm going to come up and I'm going to help my people come out. You know, I'm going to help my people, right? That's the goal. But then once you're in it, you soon realize that instead of people helping themselves, you know, you can give them a little, you know, you can give them that little coin and tell them to grow it. That's what they're supposed to do. But they get so comfortable with just taking what it is that you've grown. And it's not healthy. yeah, and then nothing comes of it. And maybe that's what he was starting to realize, like, if I really want to help my people, I gotta help them help themselves, not just give to them. And I'm gonna give them, I'm gonna give them jobs, and I'm always gonna, because just because you make it big doesn't mean you're always rolling in dough. You're not always, the more money you have, the more problems you have. I just had a dream about that, and I was like, yeah. People think, all that money that you come into is going to bring all this happiness. But there's secrets. It's not always like that, right? I say that like I know, but I had a dream about that. It's like the more money you have, the more problems you can have. Don't think just because you made it big, and that could have been the issue with him. It's like, it brings me a lot of stress when things aren't always going the way they're supposed to be going. It doesn't, I can't always, and all these people depend on me. So instead of having these people depend on me, how about I teach them to depend on themselves? And I think that's what he was trying to do. All right, anything else for this uncertainty card, this Two of Swords? Anything else? Yeah, again, helping others help themselves, needing to make that decision. Okay, there's changes I have to make. There's changes I have to make surrounding this. I don't know what this contract was. If they were in business together, or if, I don't remember. And so they're like, okay, I have to make the decision to help them. I might come off as two-faced, because people see me, as, very abundant. And so they might see it as greedy. But, he thought about it. The Queen of Swords here in this card, she's thinking, she's taking the time. And being the queen, it talks, it's more from that, with that feminine, loving energy, instead of just cold, like, logic. This is thinking logically from an, with balanced emotions, having a lot of love for someone. And then we have the Knight of Wands. What is that? The Knight of Wands. Okay, so this was the family. This. Oh, guys. I'm taking it as Randy is, the Knight of Wands. This is what the reason I say that is because the Ten of Cups talks about this is somebody he saw as family. So that's what this uncertainty, this Two of Swords was. This was the decision that Jam Master Jay had come to. Okay, let's look into this Magician. What can you tell us about this Magician? What can you tell us about the Magician? What is this angel? I'm taking it like he was trying to, the Magician, how to create, again, trying to create your own abundance, your own, create your own stability, and not have to depend on other people. That's what I'm getting. Because the Magician is a manifester. It's a creator, right? I'm not taking all those. This is the Magician. Partnership. Create your own partnerships. That's the Magician. Okay. Let's see. All right, so the Magician. Then we got I don't know why I got the Sister. Cause didn't what's her name? Didn't Randy Allen have a sister that worked in as the receptionist? Lydia High. This is the sister of Randy Allen, right? I don't know why I just got that. It was like a partnership with this female, somebody who he saw as very sweet, loving. You know, this is somebody who's very quiet and, you know, I want to say introverted, you know. Partnership to give, like I give you a little bit, and you know we'll both get, you know, if you. And then we got the Magician. Okay, let's clarify. Let's clarify, because I don't like this. Even though this looks like really nice energy, it, you know, I don't like it. I kind of got that feeling when I was watching the show too. I didn't want to say anything. I was just like, nah. But, you know, sometimes we have to learn how to trust our intuition. Wow. I didn't. Okay, let's just keep going. Okay. I was going to look into her, right? This Queen of Cups. It was like, I see this is my bribing card. You know, the page of the Knight of Pentacles, like they were giving her something, right? And then the Knight of Wands is somebody who comes in very recklessly. This is someone who's very impulsive. And with that wand, when we're talking about murders and deaths and like manners of death, wands represent firearms for me. You know, because wands are fire. You know, it's the fire element. So somebody was paid. Who this Queen of Cups could have been paid. And then we have the Death. Remember, this is what this is. I'll pay you. This is a partnership. It was like she was in cahoots with someone. She probably had some partnership with the brother, you know. I don't know. I shouldn't say anything, but she is the one that buzzed them in, because you had to be buzzed to get into his studio, right? It was like, that's how I'm seeing it. Let's look into the partnership. Let's look what this partnership is. But before I put these cards back, I just want you to see, you know, someone was paid. Someone was going to come in violently, you know, with that firearm to cause death. Because somebody was unhappy and disappointed about how, you know, they weren't happy with, you know, what they were receiving. They didn't like it when this King of Swords came in with that truth and saying, you know, I've thought about this and I've made my decision. And somebody was like, I don't like that. I don't like that. Wow. Did we already look into? Let's look into this real quick. I don't know if we already did. Wow. Oh wow. What's the Two of Cups? What's the Two of Cups? What's the Two of Cups? What can you tell us about the Two of Cups? What can you tell us about the Two of Cups? What's the Two of Cups? The Two of Cups. We have the King of Cups and the Emperor. This is someone who's... Okay, because we're talking about Randy Allen. I'm seeing this as the sister and Randy. You know, they're both cups. One's a king, one's a queen. And then we have this emperor. So there was another party involved when it came to what happened, right? And it was like they were so okay, so even if they weren't the ones who did it, they know who did. Another murder for hire, if you will. Because they were waiting, the Three of Cups or the Three of Wands, and you know, I did put the other one back. In this Three of Wands, there's ships in the background. Those ships are coming in. It's like they were just sitting there waiting for this news. Again, the page of Wands talks about official news. So they were waiting for this official news to come in about this death. They paid somebody. They knew who did this. You know, it could have been Randy. I don't know if Randy Allen was involved in it, because you know the King of Cups is somebody who's very loving, right? Remember, Master J had a lot of love for this man. And then you have this Emperor. You know, I don't know who this Emperor is. Can you tell us about this Emperor? What can you tell us about this? It was something. The truth. Want to know the truth about it? This Emperor is somebody that they also knew. He also, Master J also knew, or Randy Allen knew. I mean, if Randy Allen knew him, probably Jason did as well, right? You know, they knew these people from childhood. With the Page of Cups, it could have been. I don't know why I got Godchild. I don't know why I got that. Godchild. But this is somebody who you know, grew up with him. With the victim. Wow. They thought that they were gonna have this Wheel of Fortune. They thought they were gonna come up when they got this official news. Oh man, I was like, they were gonna say, oh, you know, this death brought us a lot of burdens. We don't know who did it. Guys. Oh, let's look into this magician. What can you tell us about the magician, Jay? What can you tell us about this magician? Oh, this is kind of separate. It's almost like you don't know who did it. God sees all. God sees all. And we're going to have the victory. Somebody's going to get locked up. God sees all. Oh, yeah. God sees all, everything that is hidden. God sees all, and that's going to get communicated whether you like it or not. And that's what this magician is. Like, this magician is bringing that communication of what's been hidden. That's what Jay is saying. Anything else for the magician? Anything else for the magician? Okay. Truth. Someone's going to speak the truth of what's, you know, speak the truth, communicate the truth of what's been hidden. And someone's going to get locked up because of it. Anything else for the magician? Anything else for the magician? Sorry, my cards cards. Yeah. The truth is going to be spoken about the sneakiness that this person that he had a lot of love for. The truth is going to be spoken that this partnership was really toxic. This person was evil. This person is the one that did this to him. This Empress is the Magician. This Empress is the Magician. This is the person that's gonna, because the government, like this is, you know, the judicial system was looking at multiple options. Who did it, you know? But the truth is that there was some deception. There was deception surrounding the people that he called friends, that he called family, that he grew up with. Yep. Okay. That is what we've got. That's what Jay has to say. Okay. That's what he had to say. Let's put these back and let's pull for Randy Allen. We're going to pull for Randy Allen. We're going to use the Deviant Moon Tarot for Randy Allen. Seems fitting. What can you tell us about Randy Allen? What can you tell us about Randy Allen? Let's get some cards for Randy Allen. Ooh, this is going on. Let's see. I might have to cut them out and then stitch them together. We are going to look into Darren Jordan, Ronald Kennard Washington, and Curtis Schoon. I don't know why Curtis Schoon. I didn't get the feeling that we, you know, because Randy Allen pointed the finger at him. Did he not? I think that's what it was. But we're pulling for Randy Allen. The Tower. The Tower. First card he got was the Tower. His world is going to come crashing down soon. Whoa. What can you tell us? What else can you tell us about Randy Allen, Spirit? What else can you tell us about Randy Allen? I might just put this one out before you make the other ones. Yeah, someone's coming in with that truth. Someone's coming in with that truth. And that's why this Tower is falling down. Because it was like, I'm very loving. I hate this card. I don't know. I hate this card so much. It's like, again, it's an empty offer of love. There's no love. There's no honor and whatever that they say. Because the Knight of Cups is supposed to be someone who's very loving, caring. They, you know, that it's a romantic proposal. You know, somebody who's very sweet, very loving, right? Innocent, but they're, you know, with that empty cup. And I'm not saying that these other cups, look at the King of Cups, his cup is empty too. But for some reason, this card for me, when I do these readings, it's just, oh, I don't know why. I just don't like it. And again, it's like bringing something honorable. There's no honor in what they bring. You know, they're trying to come off as very loving, very sweet, very innocent. You know, oh, we're happy together. But you know, this change in direction that this king, which is Jay, the change that he wanted to make was gonna leave Randy Allen in this state of, you know, he felt like Jay was being selfish. You know, you have more to give. Why aren't you giving me more? But he was acting like, oh, you know, we're happy, we're cool, right? We're friends. Anything for else? Yeah, justice is going to come in. Justice is going to come in to balance those scales when that truth comes in. Because remember, God sees all. God sees all. God sees all. Anything else for Randy Allen? Anything else for Randy Allen? Anything else for Randy Allen? We're going to clarify these. Excuse me. Again, Seven of Pentacles is like, in this deck, you know, this card, I see it as like Somebody who's trying to take the fruits of... Oh, where is that card? Was it this card? No, it was this deck. The deck I was using for Jay. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me see. I'm sorry, guys. I want to see it. I want to show it to you. Remember the card with the tree where, you know, it's like I'm picking, you know, he wanted them to, you know, grow their own abundance. You know, you can do that on your own. Let me teach you how, right? But no, it's like this card. Look at that. Like Randy Allen, it was like here he was very happy to just pick off, you know, Jay's abundance, right? But Jay's like, he's putting a stop to that. He's like, you know, now I want you to grow your own money tree, right? You have to grow your own money tree. And he's like, nope, I want to keep taking yours. And you see how there's blood coming from the tree. I'm going to bleed you dry. He didn't like it. He didn't like that that Jay put a stop to this. Wow. All right. Let's clarify. Let's look into this tower. Why is this tower coming down for him? This is Randy Allen. Why is the tower coming down for Randy Allen? Why is the tower coming down for Randy Allen? Hold on. I stuck a card in here. Okay, so hold on. Let me show you. I'm using this deck, the Rider-Waite, to clarify. And, you know, this card, the Magician was in this deck. I accidentally mixed them up. You know, I'm asking, why is this tower coming down for Randy Allen? It's because this Magician is gonna bring the truth in of what happened. Can you tell us about the tower? What is the tower for Randy Allen? What is the tower for Randy Allen? Tell me about the tower, please. What is the tower about? Because he got caught. He's getting caught. Like what? Was it 15 years? He's getting caught. Yeah, he's getting caught because he got caught being the devil, and now he's very, very worried. He's worried now. He's gonna be worried because this devil is getting caught, and that's what this tower is. They could have had him in, you know, they thought very highly of him sitting in his tower. Now he's getting thrown from the tower. Like, nope. And now he's worried about the truth that this person is speaking. What can you tell us about this Queen of Swords? We're looking into the Queen of Swords. It might be a painful truth. Do you see how there's blood on her sword? Whatever truth is coming in, it's painful. It's painful because you know, the Knight of Cups, you thought this person was very sweet. You thought this, but again, this person got the Knight of Cups. Randy Allen got the Knight of Cups in this deck to clarify him. What he's pretending to be is not. It's not. What's this? Queen of Swords? Yeah. This Queen of Swords is speaking the truth, right? This Queen of Swords is speaking the truth about this sneaky behavior, this deceptive behavior that was going on, and because of somebody trying to hold on to the money. And they're saying, no, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened when this all went down. Judgment's being called on him. This Queen of Swords is calling judgment. That's what it is. It's like, nah, I see you. Calling judgment on this shit. All right. Oh. Let's see. Let's look into this Knight of Cups real quick. What can you tell us about this Knight of Cups? This is somebody who pretends to be caring, loving. It really isn't. I don't get the, you know, when I see the Knight of Cups in other decks, I don't get the same vibe that I do when I use this deck. I mean, this is the deck I use for, you know, when more deviant energy. All right, what can you tell us about this Knight of Cups? What can you tell us about this Knight of Cups, please? Again, this Knight of Pentacles, it's like offering money to someone. Offering money to someone, like, what can you tell us? So even if they weren't the ones who were directly involved in the actual killing, they definitely knew who was. Okay, they knew who was. Move this chair down just a little bit. They knew who was. They knew who it was. Hold on. Yeah, again, the sneaky behavior from this devil. It was like almost like they wanted to create confusion while trying to pretend like, you know, they were loving and caring towards this person. But the truth is they wanted to hold on to their money. Sorry, guys. Okay. They wanted to hold on to this money. This Knight of Cups wanted to hold on to the money, so that's why they paid. They paid someone. Or had help. I just want to say they had help. Because they were trying to take this man's money. They were trying to bleed him dry. And Jay probably got clarity on that. And that's why he was making these changes. But, and then going back, it's like he made these changes, but he wasn't sure. Maybe he wasn't sure. He was like, would he really do that to me? Would he? But he probably got the clarity and he's like, you know, no, I got to do this. What is the King of Swords? What'd you get clarity on? Somebody that, you know, that he needed to put up boundaries when it came to his work. Yeah, for a while, he wasn't sure. So he took some time. He took some time to reflect on this. And it caused a lot of I want to say a lot of grief for him. But he finally got the clarity and he called judgment on the situation to move away from that. That's what the King of Swords is. Let's look at the Justice card. I mean, what is the Justice card? Can you tell us about the Justice card? Can you tell us about the Justice card? Justice is coming in for somebody who was being sneaky and deceptive. Yeah, sneaky and deceptive. That's what it is. Doing shady fucking shit. What else can you tell us about the Justice? Trying to... Oh, it's like... trying to take this man's abundance, you know. It's like, these people are down here. Give me more, give me more. Right? And all he wanted to do was help them learn how to grow their own abundance so they wouldn't have to depend on him. Because again, you know, it was like, I'm getting this sense of like, not everything was always like, you know, the money wasn't always flowing, and it brought a lot of stress and anxiety and grief to him, because he's like, you know, what happens when I can't take care of them? What happens when the money isn't flowing? You know, it's like it fell on him, and he was trying to get these people to be stable and self-sufficient on their own, so that way he wouldn't have to, you know, it wouldn't always fall on him to always provide the jobs and provide the money, right? And these people thought, well, he has the money. It should always, you know, be a party with him, you know? And so when he decides, you know, that, you know, the truth is, you know, the secret is, you know, that, you know, he could have been struggling financially. But nobody knew that. They thought, oh, well, you know, he's famous, so there should always be money. There should always be a party around him. And that's just not the truth. Wow, guys. All right, well, this is at 45 minutes, so I think I'm gonna leave this one here. Yeah, we're gonna continue on. I don't know if we'll do, because these seem to go on kind of long, so I don't know if it's gonna be like a weekly thing. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but this is one that I've been wanting to do for some time. You know, for me, it brings me a lot of joy and a lot of it just, for me, I love to bring truth and clarity or surrounding situations, because when I was watching this documentary, like, I think it was his mother that was saying that, you know, I just want to know, I just want to know the truth of what happened. And it doesn't bring me joy to talk about, you know, these evil things that happen, but it brings me joy to bring in justice for the victims. And again, like I say, I try to stay disconnected. I watch documentaries just because I want to know who I'm pulling for, like the players, you know. Who am I gonna? It just makes it easier and faster. But for the most part, you know, I don't need to really know too much information. But I watched this documentary, and I put down the names of the people I wanted to look into, and Randy Allen was definitely one that just stood out to me. He, for some reason, from the get, you know, I'm like, ugh, you know, I just had a feeling about him. I didn't like it, and I learned I learned to trust my intuition. But I'm still gonna look into Darren Jordan. We're gonna look into Ronald Washington and Curtis Schoon, because you know, not only do we want to find who did these evil things, but we want to clear the names of the people who were, you know, who they, you know, got blamed, you know. And you know, because it's not fair to them that their names get dragged through the mud, while other people are trying to avoid you know, judgment being called on them. So I'm gonna look into the other ones. The other ones might be a lot faster, just because I think we know the main culprit in this situation. But you know, I'm not the police. I'm just here to bring additional information, maybe things that they can look into, and yeah, you know, hopefully this brings some clarity to you guys. All right, guys, we'll see you guys next time.